The Sorcerer's Apprentice, 2010, directed by John Turteltaub, is a fantasy adventure film that blends magic, action, and comedy. Inspired by the famous sequence from Disney's Fantasia and the original Goethe poem, the film follows a young physics student, Dave Stutler, J. Baruchel, who discovers he has latent magical abilities. He becomes the apprentice to a powerful sorcerer, Balthazar Blake, Nicolas Cage, who is engaged in a battle against the dark sorcerer Maxim Horvath, Alfred Molina. The story revolves around Dave's training, their struggle to stop Horvath, and a growing connection between Dave and the woman he loves, Becky, Teresa Palmer. The magic in The Sorcerer's Apprentice is central to the film's appeal. The visual effects do a great job of bringing the world of magic to life, with spellcasting sequences that are both dazzling and inventive. The film mixes modern technology with ancient sorcery, offering magical battles, enchanted objects, and dramatic transformations that keep the action lively. The spectacle of animated brooms, giant magical constructs, and mystical combat gives the film a sense of wonder, reminiscent of the beloved Fantasia sequence, but with more contemporary flair. However, the story, while fun, follows a familiar hero's journey template. Dave's initial reluctance to embrace his powers, his training under the wise and somewhat quirky Balthazar, and the battle against the evil sorcerer Horvath provide a straightforward narrative that's light on surprises. While the film occasionally introduces intriguing concepts, such as the use of magic to manipulate the modern world, it doesn't delve too deeply into the lore or the emotional stakes. The film's pacing ensures that the story remains accessible and entertaining for all ages, but it doesn't explore its magical universe as richly as it could have. The performances in The Sorcerer's Apprentice are mostly solid, with Nicolas Cage delivering a charming yet intense portrayal of Balthazar. Cage brings his signature eccentricity and humor to the role, balancing the character's seriousness with moments of levity. Balthazar's mentor-student dynamic with Dave is one of the film's most enjoyable aspects, and Cage's performance adds to the sense of wonder surrounding his magical abilities. J. Baruchel, playing the awkward, nerdy protagonist, does a good job of grounding the film in relatability. His character arc, from an uncertain college student to a confident sorcerer in training, feels satisfying, though his performance leans into the fish-out-of-water comedy rather than bringing much depth to the role. Baruchel's chemistry with Teresa Palmer, as Becky, adds a light romantic subplot, though it doesn't evolve into anything particularly profound. Alfred Molina plays the villainous Maxim Horvath, and while he delivers a competent performance, his character doesn't feel particularly layered. His motivations seem more about power than personal growth, making him a somewhat one-dimensional antagonist. Still, Molina's charisma helps elevate the role, making him a worthy adversary to Balthazar. For audiences, The Sorcerer's Apprentice is an entertaining and visually appealing ride that combines magic, action, and humor. The film's pacing ensures that it never feels too slow, with plenty of spectacle to keep viewers engaged, particularly during its more action-heavy sequences. The magic system, while visually exciting, is a bit shallow in terms of world-building, but it still provides a fun escape. The movie comes across as a family-friendly adventure, with a light-hearted tone that appeals to both younger audiences and adults. The humor, largely driven by Baruchel's awkwardness and Cage's quirky portrayal of Balthazar, keeps the mood breezy and enjoyable, even during more intense moments. It's a film that prioritizes entertainment over depth, so while it's never overly complex or philosophical, it delivers on its promise of magic, spectacle, and fun. The romance subplot adds a softer layer to the action-heavy narrative, but it doesn't overshadow the primary story about magic and friendship. The film doesn't delve deeply into character development, but it provides enough emotional payoff to make the audience care about the main character's journey. The Sorcerer's Apprentice is a fun, magical adventure that thrives on its visual effects and light-hearted performances. While the story may not break new ground in terms of originality, the film provides plenty of spectacle and excitement, particularly for younger audiences. Nicolas Cage's charismatic portrayal of Balthazar and Jay Baruchel's endearing awkwardness help make the film enjoyable, even if it doesn't have the depth of other fantasy adventures. Ultimately, the film delivers an entertaining escape into a world of magic and adventure, making it a satisfying experience for those looking for a fun, family-friendly ride.